seems to be a fine line between coincidence and irony.
You sure about that map?
Unfortunately, there was some nonsense about the discovery of the real King Arthur's tomb here years ago, soon discredited. And yet another roadside attraction was born.
Well, let's see what we can see, shall we? At least it should be educational. Either housekeeping should be fired, or no one's been inside for months. This place has seen better days.
It's been condemned since the death of the owner, one Professor Worth. I shudder to think that at one time he had students.
And we have power.
Come ye hither and hearken to me tale of King Arthur, how he was reared by Sir Ector, but born, yea verily, of ye loins of King Arthur Pendragon, unbeknownst to all save Merlin. How ye wondrous wizard Merlin bringeth ye boy Arthur to ye sword and ye stone, which no man has been able to lifteth. How Arthur didst then taketh ye sword, thusly becoming King of England. Thou too may attempteth to pull yon sword from your stone, but wilt Merlin find thee kingly enough to enter the true King Arthur Museum? Enter, once and future king. Merlin deems you worthy.
The real Merlin would roll around in the mud and bark at you, and I'm being generous by calling it mud.
There's no difference between stupid and charming with you, is there?
So that there would be no squabbling betwixt ye knights, Merlin bequeathed upon Arthur yon round table, which was the table neither square nor buttressed, but circular in form. 'Twas a symbol of unity and equality, and 'twas from whither Arthur's knights took their name, the Knights of the Round Table.
I'm assuming you're taking notes.
Yeah, verily.
Behold ye Holy Grail! Such a vision of yon cup of Christ didst verily appeareth to Arthur and his knights, whereupon several amongst them didst quest for to find it anon. And they 'twere four, Lancelot, Galahad, Percival, and Bors. And yonder they journeyed, none e'er returning, though Galahad did see the Grail, and yea, his heart was gladdened muchly.
How did they know he found it if he didn't return? Exactly.
Thus didst King Arthur gather round his person ye greatest knights of ye realm, that they might be paragons of chivalry and virtue. Gaily they cam'st, yea, and 'twas an assembly as hadst naught before been seeneth, and verily there was much rejoicing.
Hey, push the button again. It's like electroshock therapy for Alistair.
I like to think it keeps him sharp.
And what of Excalibur, ye mighty sword of legend? 'Twas Merlin who didst bringeth Arthur to yon magical lake, wherein didst dwell ye lady of the lake. And from her hand didst Arthur take Excalibur. And yea, ye sword couldst ne'er be broken, for 'twas its magic.
I'm confused. Weren't Excalibur and the Sword of Stone the same thing? They were two bloody different swords!
Now, Zip, That was too easy.
Then didst Merlin fall in love with Nimue, to whom he didst teacheth his magics. But ere long she didst use her magics against her lover, imprisoning him. Wherefore it was that when Arthur didst do battle with Mordred, Merlin couldst not protecteth him. It seemeth that oft times ye wisest of men canst maketh mistakes.
It was his own fault, really.
Never trust a woman?
Don't believe in magic.
For hours didst Arthur and Mordred hackle upon Salisbury Plain. Arthur with Excalibur, Mordred with its scabbard. Then it was that both were disarmed, and Arthur did strike Mordred a fatal blow with the spear of Sir Bedivere. Anon came more tragedy, for Arthur was himself mortally wounded in ye battle, and yea, yon sky did darken.
There's a logical explanation for that. It's called evening.
You're so literal, Alistair. Archaeology is half metaphor, you know.
Before he didst die, Arthur badest his knight Bedivere to returneth Excalibur to yon lady of ye lake. And lo, didst Arthur's body then slumber, and yea, it was borne away to Avalon, where it is said that from thither shall he someday returneth, to claimeth again his crown.
Well, if he went to Avalon, then whose tomb's supposed to be here?
Maybe the grunting Saxon or the Roman fascist that Alistair believes the whole legend was built around. This is where the truth behind the myth is supposed to be explained, and it's being turned into a warehouse.
Fitting. There's been so little truth everywhere else. Why start here? The only factual basis behind the King Arthur myths died centuries before this place was built.
Give Professor Worth some credit. If he had to close an exhibit for renovations, at least he picked the most boring one. This must be our kindly professor's office space,
Done up as spottily as his reputation.
said the pot to the kettle. This definitely isn't Arthur's tomb.
We knew that already. What's wrong with it?
I've seen enough tombs in my life to know when I'm looking at a cenotaph.
Say who?
A diversion. This place is trying too hard. It's hiding something.
A body?
No, that's the problem. Now this is better.
Nice. Be careful. You don't want to demolish anything important.
Really, Alistair, I have a velveteen touch. But I'm glad to see you now think there may be something important here.
Are you alright?
I decided to take the slow way down instead.
Should have told that to the forklift. Be careful, Lara.
Please, Alistair. This will take some concentration.
Yeah, pipe down, Alistair. Or I won't let you sit up front with me anymore.